Okay, welcome tonight to our team Zoom. I'm so excited that you made a commitment to show up with us tonight. I am going to make sure you're coming on, make sure you're muting yourself. Okay, I got you muted. I'm so excited that you have made the commitment to jump on here with me tonight. I've got several things that I want to go through. I see several brand new faces. And as we go on with this huge promotion that corporate's doing, we're going to continue to keep seeing an influx of new distributors come on board. And I want to make sure that we have a resource available to them to be able to plug into. So just a couple of housekeeping issues. First and foremost, if you don't have your conference ticket, get your conference ticket. Okay, Quentin made an amazing post on the Rockstars page just last week or the week before, right before we left on vacation, about how even if you don't make it to conference, honestly, even if you don't plan to go to conference, get your conference ticket, because the $20 coupon codes are legit. They are going to earn you back, I can't even remember the math that he did on it, but a ton of money just in fast start bonuses. So make sure you're getting those coupon codes. Mine are gone. So if you're not tapping into that, that is so incredibly important. There's a payment option right now for the early bird. It's an early bird pricing for $289, I think is what it is. And then you get 20 tickets for 20 coupon codes. So make sure you're doing that by the 31st of October. That's the deadline. You don't want to miss out on that. Trust me. I've never seen them do this ever before. And y'all know, if you've been around in years past, as soon as conference is over, they announce huge promotions and our businesses just shoot through the roof. So you do not want to miss out on the opportunity here to get those new seeds planted and new people in on your team. So when they come out with these amazing promotions, everybody's ready to rock it out. BOGO, right now it's BOGO, defining gel, buy one, get one. So make sure you're getting yours and make sure you're talking to your customers about that. Even your customers that are inactive, let them know that there is that BOGO going right now. The BOGO right now is in our best interest to get these sold and get these in our pocket, because they are trying to, well, they've already repackaged the entire defining gel line, but they're not going to release those new amazing looking defining gels until the old product packaging is gone. So they BOGO those to get the old product packaging gone. So make sure you, if you haven't tried, defining gel is one of my top favorite products that I use on a daily. So this is a product that's going to help to reduce the hail damage on your legs, ladies. This is going to be a product to help with shaving rashes. Evan, I know you're on and you're not a lady, so I'm going to talk to you about that. Tattoos, it's going to help to refine and make those refreshed. It is a product that you definitely want to use on your feet right now, because my feet, I need to take my own advice on this. Amy and I were just talking about taking our own advice, right? On a call just a minute ago. But I need to take my own advice on this because they are wonderful to put defining gel, lather your feet up with defining gel, put socks on and sleep with them on, which I normally hate sleeping in socks, but it kind of cools your entire body. It feels like that wrap kind of experience, but it heals your feet and makes those dry, cracked heels look amazing. So get yours and go out there and tell your customers about it. It's a 72-hour sale, so at the end of the month. There is a thread going on our Rockstars page right now of the BOGO. I uploaded a bunch of pictures on how you can talk about it and how you can message people, how you can post. There's also a host to post on there, so make sure you're taking advantage of that host to post as well. I have an exciting announcement for y'all, so you want to get a pen and paper out if you don't already have a pen and paper out taking notes on this team Zoom. You'll definitely want to put this Thursday, November the 1st on your calendar at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, p.m., 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have been invited to join in with Jeree and Chad Canneller's group to do a working team Zoom. Now, I've never done a working team Zoom, so I'm really excited about how they're going to do this. And I am so excited that, listen, y'all, I've been in this business 7.5 years. I've actually been in the business longer than they have. But I'm so willing to learn what they have to offer, because right now they're killing it. Their entire team is just killing it with these host to posts. And this is going to be an amazing opportunity for us to kind of look into what they're doing. And they are going to take it from a very newbie level, a very elementary level of learning on how to do what they are doing right now to really make a huge impact on everybody's check and recruiting. So you definitely want to be on the team Zoom Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a Zoom that you obviously are going to listen to just like this. If you're new to the Zoom atmosphere, it's a Zoom just like this, but it's going to be a working Zoom. So it's going to be a little bit different. And I'm excited to hear what that's going to be all about. I'm assuming it's going to be, I see Donna. I'm literally in the McDonald's parking lot because my kids are at rehearsal and practice. One's trying out for basketball and one is at play rehearsal. So I am literally in the parking lot of McDonald's trying to creep off their Wi-Fi on my laptop in my car. Don't you love it? Okay, so I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay. Amy, good. I'm glad you can hear me fine. Okay, going back to, you don't want to miss on Thursday. So get in on Thursday, 8 Central Standard Time. I will be posting that link for that call either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. A couple shout outs for the page. I'm so stinking proud of a few of you. I'm so stinking proud of all of you, but a couple of people that I really want to shout out. Number one is Tara Baker. Tara, your leadership, thank you so very much for just being present. Thank you for hosting Power Hours, and really just, I don't know, just loving on everybody and being one team, one mission. I just truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lauren Bullyman, I know you're on here. I saw you earlier. You did two lives today that were phenomenal, outside your comfort zone. I know, girl, but you went back on and did another one. I'm so proud of you, showing us how you're making sample cash, keto cash, and just giving us very great little tips and nuggets of information on how we can do the very same thing. I so appreciate that. She also talked about, if you missed her live, going through and messaging people. And I love what she said. She prints off her Facebook list. She goes from A to Z, and she challenges herself to reach out to everybody on her Facebook friends list. It may seem a little bit overwhelming, but it gives you a good handle of who your friends are and where you need to clean up. She said on her live, which I thought was perfect, a couple of things, if I hopefully can get all these that she had said, but she had said that you do not want to be friends. I mean, you got to be selective about your friends on Facebook. Facebook only allows you 5,000 friends. And I know for some of you that seems like, well, that's a lot. Like, you know, when I started this business, I had 198 Facebook friends. So to think of like 5,000, that's a lot. But before you know it, you're going to start adding to your network, and you be wise about who you're adding to your network. And if you've got people in your friends list that are not connected with your It Works organization, y'all can follow each other. Just let them know. Say, hey, listen, I'm open my friends list up to my potentials, because that's how I'm growing my business. I would love to follow you. Will you follow me back? Okay. So be mindful of who you're following, who you're friend requesting, who you're accepting as friends. And one thing she did say, and I'll touch on this real quick and just move on. But she said cold messaging. Somebody asked about cold messaging and how that's kind of gotten a bad rap. Cold messaging. Well, here's the reality. What cold messaging is, and this is exactly what she said, it's like online blitzing. If you go up to somebody at McDonald's and sit here in the parking lot and hand them a Blitz card, and for those of you that are brand new, you're like, what's Blitz? It's basically like an oversized business card that shares what you do in this business. I actually have one right here. I'm going to show you. And it's no different than having like an online Blitz with somebody. So don't be caught up in cold messaging somebody, because honestly, if they're your Facebook friend and you're posting what you're doing, they're going to know what you're doing. And it's nothing more than just a Blitz. This right here is a Blitz card. So it just shows what we do, shows some of our products, has your information on it. You're going to get some of these in your kit if you're brand new, and you can order these, I think, for $15 for a pack of 100. So it's nothing different than an online Blitz. So get over that. Don't be thinking that you're bothering people by messaging them. Okay. So that was great. I love that. Another shout out would be to MJ, Mary Jane Garza. You made a post earlier today. If you're on, I don't know, but you made a post earlier today that people are watching not to give up. So many of us think what we're posting, people aren't liking or commenting, nobody's watching, nobody's doing this, nobody's doing that, nobody's buying, nobody's following back up with me. I keep messaging, they keep ignoring. People work on their own time. Amy Stumpf and I were just talking. She's due to have a baby any moment. Okay? That baby's going to come on her own time. Think about that. People don't do things until they're ready to do them. Be the person that's ready to take them on when they're ready. Okay? Be the person that's going to continue to keep following up with them and loving on them and giving them grace in the seasons of their life, because give them a few weeks, a few months, 9 months later, their life could completely change and be completely different than it was just the last time that you talked to them. So give them love, be great, show grace, Be there for them. Keep following up with them. There's really fortune in the follow-up, you all, and you just have to know that they are watching and not to give up. Okay, so that's my housekeeping stuff. I got a couple notes here, and this is not typically my style, but I got a lot of stuff I want to cover, and I don't want to get distracted on that. So I know there's a lot of newbies on this page and some on this Zoom, and I'm recording it to be able to post a little bit later. This is a little bit earlier than I normally do, so I know a lot of you are probably got kids running around too. But if you're brand new and you're like, what do I do? Or if you're a seasoned distributor and you're now relaunching your business and you're treating it like you're a brand new distributor, like, what do you do? Or if you have recently recruited a distributor and you're wondering, like, how do I lead these people? What do I do? I want you to write these things down. I have 5 things, okay? It's really the power of 5. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, what that basically means, but I have 5 things that I want you to really focus on, okay? Number 1, I want you to focus as soon as you sign up, as soon as you get a new distributor that's signed up, I want you to focus on helping them to get their first 4 loyal customers. That's the first thing that they need to do, the first 4 loyal customers. And what I'm going to encourage, even in addition to that, is really 5. I know our steps to success say 4 because that unlocks $100 in free product credit. But right now there's a promotion going that if you do 5 loyal customers within 72 hours, that unlocks another $50 of free product. So $150 of free product with 5 loyal customers. But we're going to push them to get their customers within that first 72 hours. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this, okay? You're going to go to them and you're going to say, hey, I want you to go to the people that are on your chicken soup list. I want you to go to your people that know, love, and the ones that you trust and say, hey, mom, hey, best friend, hey, lady that I kept buying the candles from when I didn't need any more candles because I already have 25, or hey, coworker, hey, neighbor. Go to them and say, hey, listen, I just started this amazing new business. I need some product testers. We have this amazing new coffee. I haven't tried all the products. In fact, I'm just starting my testimony on a few of these, but I want your testimony as well to go along with mine. I'm building my portfolio, and I so desperately need your opinion. And in return for your opinion, I'm going to give you my discount. My wholesale discount. I'm not going to charge you full price. I'm not going to make you pay retail. I'm going to give you my pricing to try our coffee for 90 days. What do you see? What do you say? Can I count on you for your support? That last question is so imperative. Can I count on you for your support? That's so imperative at the end of that, because they're going to have to respond to you. When you end with a question, they have to respond. And if they're going to respond to you and they're going to say, if they say no, it's the worst thing they can say, right? If they say no, and you'll get some no's probably, but usually this is the list of people that know, love, and trust you, and they're going to say yes. It's your mom that's going to say yes. But let's just say that your market is not going to say yes. Then you say to them, okay, no problems. Do you have anybody else that you know that would like to replace their coffee and lose weight while they're replacing their coffee for 90 days? So ask for a referral, but teach your brand new distributors to go get their first 4. And if they're going to get their 4 and they get it in 72 hours, I got to get 1 more for that extra $50 worth of free product. So go out there and push them to do that with 72 hours. That's your number 1 goal. You get a new person in, your number 1 goal is to help them to get their first 4 loyal customers. Okay. Number 2, and simply going back to that, it's just people that they know, love, and trust in their warm circle. We'll talk about how to go branch out from that later, but we need to just make sure they get their 4 initially. Okay, number 2, make a post on Facebook. Make a post on Instagram. Go live. You know, I know there's a lot of us that are afraid. I still sometimes afraid of going live on Facebook, you know? What are people going to think of me? And those fears that start to creep in, the longer you sit there and think about it, the more afraid you're going to get. I was just telling my kids, we just got back from family vacation. We were at Disney and Universal, and there was my 12-year-old daughter is fearful of roller coasters, but she got on a huge roller coaster, like the Hulk, a big roller coaster. And I told her, she was standing in line, she was scared. I said, listen, babe, if you don't run towards your fears are going to own you for the rest of your life. And let's just say you get on this roller coaster and you absolutely hate it. You don't ever have to do it again. But what if you got on this roller coaster and you freaking loved it? It's going to open up a whole new realm of life for you. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're going to feel so accomplished. You're going to feel so confident that you're going to look for every opportunity to do something fun again. And you've unlocked a whole new season of your life. So I'm encouraging you all, get out there, do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Make a post on Facebook, and your post should look something like this if you're brand new, okay? Even if you're seasoned and you're starting over, this is still a really good post. And I just wrote it down. I put, OMG, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share with you. What's that going to do? People are going to be, what's going on? And that's the intentionality part of that. Okay. So we want to create a post that creates curiosity. Curiosity is going to create more engagement. Curiosity is going to create question. Curiosity is going to make people want what you have. And so if you just say, OMG, I'm so excited, I can't wait to share it with you, then they're going to private message you, or they're going to comment on your post, and they're going to like, what's going on? You're going to private message them. You're not going to put on there publicly, oh, I just realized I have one earring in. Do you see this? Amy, it's your fault. I was talking to her on the phone and I took it out. Anyway, I just have one earring on. Anyway, this isn't all about me, but I just saw that and thought it was funny. Okay, so when they go comment on the post and they say, oh my gosh, Lori, what's going on? Like, I can't share it, spit it out. I don't put on there publicly what I'm doing. I private message them. And I say to them, I'm so excited that I have an opportunity that I can work from home so I can accomplish ... Put your little bit of a story in there. Why did you get started? Why are you doing what you're doing? I'm so excited that I am able to start building an income at home so I can stay home with my kids, so I can not have to work overtime on the weekend, so I don't have to, go in on days where my kids are sick because I can't afford to stay home. Whatever that looks like for you, right? ... I want you to know that I'm so excited about doing this. That's changing my life. And I'm so excited about changing other people's lives too. And I couldn't help but think about you. You should totally jump in this with me and do it with me. Be excited. People are going to buy into your passion. Are we in sales? I hate that, right? But yes, we're in sales, but you know what we're selling? We're selling ourselves, and that's the easiest thing to sell. If you're genuine and you're authentic and you're passionate about what you're doing, girls and guys, this is an easy sell. People are going to want to jump on because they know your passion. They can feel your passion. And so when you're messaging them back, show your passion. Give them maybe a voice message. You can have a little script that's, cut and paste. Yes, but sometimes hearing that inflection in your voice is so vitally important to them being sold on what you have. Because if you're excited, people are going to be excited with you. It's like that video that went viral on YouTube with a guy that was in the crowd at the park. I don't know if it was like Central Park, but the guy started dancing and everybody looked at him like he was crazy. And he was the only one dancing for like, I don't know, a minute. And then all of a sudden, people started dancing with him. And then before you knew it, the entire park was dancing. What if the guy would have given up in 30 seconds because he was embarrassed? Right? No, he was committed. He stuck with it. He may have felt like a fool, but he was excited and he didn't care what everybody thought. He was excited about what he had his hands on, right? So that's what we need to be, that person in the park dancing like nobody's watching because we don't care. They don't pay our bills. Their opinions don't pay our bills. And we're going to cast a vision to them about what we have our hands on because we can show them how it can change their lives too. So number 2 is make a post. Go viral about it. Be excited. Tell the world and never stop telling the world. But that's the second thing. Number 3, create a hundreds list. And I know that sounds overwhelming. And so for you that are new, you're like 100 people, forget it. Okay. I'm not saying grab a sheet of paper right now and put 100 names down. I mean, if you have 100 names in your network, great. I didn't when I was brand new, but I had a lot more in my network than I gave myself credit for. So remember that. Okay, there is a memory jogger in your eSuite under the document section about how you can come up with names and ideas of people. But what we've got to do is start looking at our phones. Who are we texting most of the day? Write 10 to 15, put 30, commit to 30 people on your list. Grab a legal pad, grab a notebook, whatever works for you that you can continue to keep adding to. I love somebody's notebook right there, Christina. I love that. 100s list. I love your 100s list, girlfriend. She's a brand new distributor. We just signed her a week ago. She's got a hundreds list going. Hundreds doesn't mean that it has to start with 100. That means you're growing your list. I'm going to challenge you to start with 30. You have 30. I didn't think that I had 37.5 years ago, but you know what? I really did if I thought about it. I can remember coming home on the plane with Quentin, my husband, and saying, give me your phone. He's like, why? I'm like, because I need your contacts. He's like, you're crazy. I'm like, everybody I know needs this business opportunity. That's how excited I was. Everybody I know needs this business opportunity, and everybody you know does too. They just don't know it yet. They just don't know it yet. And once they feel my passion and excitement about it, they're going to be on fire and they're going to be on board with me. Okay, so work for 30, but it's going to be a continued list. Work for people, who would you call for help if you needed help in the middle of the night? Who would you call to watch your kids if you needed help in the middle of the day? These are people that you're going to add to your list, okay? Number 4, write this one down. Empower yourself, okay? Like, we have an amazing support group here, really. It's got some phenomenal leaders that are leading the pack through action, and not just in action, but they are very inspiring in just what they do and what they say. But you got to empower yourself. It's my favorite quote. If it is to be, it's up to me. If you want to be successful, it's really your choice. How bad do you want it? Do you want it? Because I can't want it more than you want it for yourself. I mean, I might look and say, hey, Estelle, I really want you to do this, this, and this. But until you take it to heart and really do that, I can't do it for you. This business is beautiful in the sense that it allows you to be able to help your distributors by placing. But I am not building a welfare system here. We are all entrepreneurs. We are all people that are empowering ourselves to work and duplicate what we're doing. The idea of this business and the beauty of this business, the longevity of this business, is to teach your team the power of duplication, to teach your team these steps that I'm giving you, to teach your team by action what you're doing so they follow your steps. So I want you to empower yourself. I want you to train. I want you to utilize the resources that you have. Rockstars is a gold mine, y'all. There's a file section on that page. If you just start digging, there's going to be so much that you're going to be able to learn. At the top on your phone, there's a little magnifying glass that you can search. But I think it's off to the side on your computer, on your left-hand side. You can search with the magnifying glass really anything that you could ever imagine. So if you're looking at host a post, HAP is what that stands for, host a post, you're going to find a lot of valuable information there. If you're going to look for greens, you can look up that keyword greens. You're going to find everything that was posted about greens. Empower yourself to make that difference. You are now a business owner. How are you treating your business? Are you treating it like a business or a hobby? If you really want business money, you really got to start working this business like a business. What are you doing each and every day as a business owner? And I know we all just did that 400 VIP call for those that were invited onto that elite call. It was incredible. It was so eye-opening, because the reality is, was we start posting it, someone, I can't remember who it was, I'm like, oh my God, I think it was Angela Klein that said, oh my gosh, your volume. I'm like, yeah, this is $1 million business each and every month. My team does over 200 million in volume right now for the month. Can you believe it? Collectively, we do over $2 million each and every month. Most businesses don't even bring that in a year. We're doing it in a month. So ladies and gentlemen, time to take it serious. This is potentially a multi-million-dollar business that you're running each and every month. Think about that on a year's schedule. Think about that on a life, 7 years, how much money this team has brought into this business. We've got to start taking this seriously. We've got our hands on a gold mine here. Okay, one thing you can't do is you can't make excuses and money at the same time. So which one are you going to choose? Excuses or money? Aren't you in this business to make money? I know I am, right? And if I'm tired, I'm still going to show up. I love Lauren's live today. She said, I am so tired, but I got cookies in the oven. I got 4 kids at home. I got these samples that I'm putting together, and I just sold some sample cash. I mean, I love her energy. I can relate. I am so tired, But you guys, if you want to go and be where you want to go, you want to get going to that place, then you got to get going regardless of how you feel about stuff. And how you feel, sometimes it's just a lie. Okay, it's all in our heads. We just need to check out of that moment and just push through, and we're going to find that energy that we need. So you can't make money excuses at the same time. Number 5, steps to success. Didn't you all know that I was going to add that in there? I always talk about the steps to success. Every training that I do, steps to success. It's going to be drilled in your brain. It's so funny. I can remember a few years ago sitting here in this very exact car. We were getting ready to go to Toys R Us. It was around Christmas time. And I said something to my girls. And they said something about the steps to success. And they, like, literally, my 8-year-old at the time, like, nailed it. I was like, that's it. I'm turning around. I'm going to put a camera on you. You're going to say that again, because that's brilliant. If your 8-year-old doesn't know what you're doing, if your 8-year-old cannot explain this business plan, then you're doing it wrong. You're overcomplicating it. How you make money in this business, how you get millions of dollars each month in revenue, and how you make this a multi-million-dollar business is you work it through the steps to success, and you teach it through the steps to success. It's about that power of duplication. So what are the steps to success? There's 3 steps. Number 1 is getting started, joining the team. Most of you, everybody on this Zoom has done that, right? But you have to be running your shipment too. You have to be a product of the product. We have an amazing opportunity here, guys, that pays us for using their products, pays us for promoting their products, and ultimately pays us for customers and distributors, right? We're not going to be able to complete the steps to success with step number 2 and 3 if we're not using our products. If you're not falling in love with your products, Brittany's on here. I see her. She's phenomenal results with our products. Phenomenal. She is a product of the product, and I'm telling you what, her business is booming because of it. Okay? You have got to be a product of the product. Make sure you are being committed business owner and you're running your auto shipment. There's many of you that are not. And I'm going to break something down here in just a minute that's going to blow your mind. Okay? So you just have to wait with me on this one. And if you're a numbers person, you're going to love it. If you're not, you're still going to love it. Okay? Because it's going to make sense. It's going to blow your mind. But steps to success, number 1, you got to join. You joined. You're already here. But be a responsible business owner and turn that auto ship on, ADBV. Use it on products. And I can teach you if you're struggling financially, because I'm telling you, people don't join this business because they have all the money in the world. I get it. I totally get it. But you can put your product, your shipment on products that pay you each and every month. You can put your shipment on products that help you to run your business for free each and every month. Do you realize that? We have the opportunity not just to sell wraps. We used to just train on wraps and selling wraps. We have an opportunity to sell keto products. We have an opportunity to make sample cash, like Lauren was just talking about in her Zoom today. We have an opportunity to be able to make so much cash. Melissa Yardley, an ambassador on our team in Iowa, made over $2,000 in keto cash. The Duns were just talking about how they make hundreds of dollars each and every week. Think about that. What are you doing to get that out there? You running your shipment? Because I'm running my shipment right now on keto coffee. I've always done it on wraps, but I'm doing it on keto coffee now, and I'm selling keto coffee like it's out of style. Like, these things are flying off the shelf by doing the simple little things that Lauren was talking about on her Zoom, on her live on the team page today, and utilizing by asking people to purchase. Getting the 5 samples, the 5-day slim down of 5 samples, using different creative ways to talk about how to sell our products. 5-day slim down. You want people to purchase at least 5 days. If they're not going to become a loyal customer, you want them to purchase 5 days worth of keto coffee, because in 5 days, guess what's going to happen? They're going to see results and they're going to want more. So start selling that. Put your auto shipment on products that are going to make you money back. Step number 2 to the steps to success is getting your 4 customers, which we already talked about with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We're already focused on that. We're crushing that day 1, right? With our new distributors. So it's going back to the true basics of that. And then step number 3 is so simple, y'all. Sharing the business opportunity. And I know so many people get hung up and they're like, oh, I can get customers, but I can't get distributors. Well, you know why? Because you're not talking about the business opportunity. My method of madness from day 1, from the day that I joined this business, I loved our products from day 1. I really did. Before I even knew I fell in love with them, before I really knew what they were going to do for me, I fell in love with the idea, and the idea was manifested to reality. Our product line is like none other. It is top notch. So I've got nothing that I have to sell on that. I just have to be passionate about it. My method of madness from the very beginning of this business has always been distributor focused. Always. This opportunity changes so many people's lives. And distributors are going to be using products. They're going to, in turn, show passion about what these products are doing for people. They're going to get customers. But I'm telling you, if you go to step number 3 on the steps of success of signing 3 distributors on your team each and every month, by asking people to join you, your business will explode. It will explode. But if you never ask people to join you, then you're going to be stuck at the customer level, which is fine if you're looking to make hobby money. But I'm telling you what, if you take it step number 3, there's a steps of success, right? And I printed one off and I don't have it in my sheets here. And it's posted all over the page, but I'll post it again. If you go through all those 3 steps, not neglecting one, you are a product of the product by running your auto ship. You're passionate about that. You're staying on point with that. Step number 2, you're getting your customers and you're showing your brand new distributors how to do that very, very same thing. Step number 3, you're helping people get started in their business. And you're helping them by working them through the steps to success, because that is our roadmap to success. It's how I've made millions of dollars with this business. Yes, this stay-home mom with one earring in, sitting in the McDonald's parking lot like a hot mess. Millions of dollars. See, I even got my earring flipped. Millions of dollars in this business. And if you would have told me that 7 years ago, I'd have been laughing. Are you kidding me? Like, no, I have 4 kids. I don't even know which direction is up. Like, I ain't no $1 million earner. But listen to me. Steps to success is all it takes. Don't gyp yourself by not working through that 3rd step. Don't gyp yourself by not asking people. Pam Lash says this all the time. Become an asshole. And it's so funny and it's so true. Become an asshole. Okay? Start asking everybody that you come in contact with. Everyone. Don't ever leave that opportunity from them. Don't ever take that. That's selfish. And I think about it this way too. I did a short little video and posted it on the team page about 3 weeks ago or so. If you start with the business opportunity, which is like the mecca of all meccas, you can always go down from there. So if you like, hey, Tara, you should join my team. And she's like, no, you're crazy. Like, not going to do that. Not ready. That's okay. Hey, babe, let's start on your health journey. What do we got going on? Like, do you want clearer, more mental health? Do you want physical health? What are you looking for? I want to help you to do that. You know, it's cold and flu season. The greens are life-changing. See how I did that? I go from the business and they're like, oh, I'm not quite ready. Okay, that's all right. Let's put you on the products and you're going to love them. We're going to put you on there for 90 days. We're going to put a 90-day program because our customer program's really set up that way. I know there's things that have been, we've taken away all those scary commitments, but we really want to sell this program as a 90-day program because we want people to have real results. We want people to be happy with the products that they're using and seeing those results. So they order more and they tell their friends about it, right? So, hey, Tara doesn't want to be my distributor yet, but you know what? She's going to start using my products. I'm going to help her fall in love with those products. And then I can start talking to her about being a distributor again. Are you sure you don't want to make money on that keto coffee that you love? Because I'm killing it on some keto cash right now, and it's really simple. I can show you how. You see where I'm going with that? And if they say no to customer, then you look for the referral. You look for the side entry of, hey, let's do a host to post. You want to earn some free product? Because I get free product away each and every month. Oh, yeah? How do I do that? All you got to do is make this post for me. And I put a drawing in at the end of the month, and I'll put your name in. Be creative. You're a business owner. And when you're in a creative slump, start asking people for advice on how to be creative. So those are my 5. And that was kind of lengthy. I'm going to go over them again. Number 1, brand new distributors, get your 4 customers in 72 hours. Make it 5 actually, because you're going to get an extra $50 in free product credit. But that's who you need to be going to, people that you know, love, and trust, and saying, hey, I just started this amazing business opportunity. I need some help. I want you to order this product for me and tell me what you really, really think. And if you hate it and you've done your 90 days, you never have to order anything again from me. I promise you. I just need to know your thoughts. I need to know your thoughts. You're going to fall in love with it though. Okay. Number 2, make a post. Oh my gosh. Create curiosity, create excitement, not put it all out there. Like when you're dating somebody, you don't put it all out there, how many kids you want to have, and when you want to get married and you have a life plan, right? It's going to scare the guy away, right? So you got to create curiosity, make them want you a little bit, right? Make them beg for the conversation, make them ask you those questions. That's the goal. Number 3, hundreds list. Work for 30 if you're brand new, okay? But you're going to keep adding to this list. Number 4, empower yourself. Empower yourself. No one ain't going to do it for you. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to give you the tools to do it, but you got to do it yourself. Number 5, the steps to success, and make sure you're printing that each and every month. Okay, so mapping out a plan. And I know I'm going through a lot of information here. If you have questions, why do you have one earring in? That's what Katie said. Maybe you missed it because I was talking on the phone. It was hurting my ear, so I took it out. Oh, I love it. Okay, is the new loyal customer program here to stay? I believe it is. They haven't announced that yet, but Cammie, when she came out and told the leaders this, she said, our hope is to iron out all the wrinkles here to make sure this is something that we're going to keep going forward. So I would say yes, but I haven't publicly advertised that yet. Okay, so mapping out a plan. Hey, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Have you heard that before? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I can tell you something that, in fact, I didn't think about this on my notes here, Amy, when we were talking earlier, but we buck the system so much of creating a schedule for ourselves. But I can tell you that if we were, each and every one of us were honest, we would say that our life works so much better when we're a little bit scheduled, right? I am the first one to buck the system on that. I hate a schedule. I love summers because I love the craziness and the late nights and the late mornings and just, you know, whatever. But my life works so much better when I have a little bit of a schedule because I can have the reins of the day, right? If I wake up and the day owns me, I'm going to feel really rotten all day. But I want to wake up and own my day, right? So how do you do that? You put a couple of things in place to make a plan. And I know this analogy that I just said to Amy earlier was, you know, really, if you think about it, creation, God had a plan, right? God created order in our world. God created time. Well, not time, but sunset and sunrise. There's a method to that madness there. Do you think he was trying to say, hey, pay attention here? I'm trying to help you. All you gotta do is just follow me. Follow the organization I've already set up for the world. And when you do that, you're going to feel so much better, right? You're going to feel so much more accomplished. Okay, so making a plan. You've heard me say this before. You're not going to go on vacation. Like, I'm not going to go on vacation with my family, get in an airplane and not know where I'm going, right? Or get in the car and want to go to the beach or go to Disney and tell my kids that we're going to Disney, but not know how to get there. Because there are going to be some really frustrated kids in the car. And ultimately, that's going to frustrate mom and dad. We're going to turn around and go back home. We're going to quit because we never had a plan to begin with. We may have had an idea of a destination, but we didn't have a plan on how to get there. So it's that frustration level, and we end up quitting. So I don't want you guys to do that. So I've got a plan here for you. We need to schedule our days, whether we want to or not. We're business owners. Time to schedule your day. Time to bookend your day. You've heard me say that too. And for those of you that's new to that, book in your days. You got a library of books, and you have bookends, like the old school bookends, right? The beginning and the end. We wake up, we start our day. We end our day, we close it out. What can we do at the beginning to really light our business on fire? Are we sending out messages first thing in the morning, making posts first thing in the morning? Are we making out contacts first thing in the morning? And then we're following up with those in the night. And we're coming up with a little bit of a plan for the next day, so we're not waking up feeling like overwhelmed, right? So come up with a plan, set a schedule, bookend your days. There are power hours kind of randomly on the Rockstars page, like Tara did one over the weekend, but we have consistent power hours in my organization that I've shared on the page. Amy Spence, she's an ambassador in our downline, and she does a power hour every morning at 6 a.m. If you're an early bird, or if you want to get this knocked out first thing in the morning, that discipline is going to light your business on fire. It's 6 a.m. And that's on the page. If you just search up Amy Spence, or if somebody needs that information, I can give it to you. Melissa Yarley does one at 8:30 in the morning, 8:30, 9:30 every morning. So don't think to yourself there's nothing that you can plug into. There's all sorts of opportunity and resources to plug into. Daily personal development, you need to fill your cup. So I heard this on a Zoom just the other day, and I'm going to repeat it, about filling your cup is just as important as sleep. Do you realize that your body can go, I think it's like 10 days without water, and like 2 weeks or more without food, or even longer with food, but you cannot go 72 hours without sleep? Self-development, personal development is as important as sleep. Do you realize the mind dictates everything that you do? Have you ever been in a funk and then something comes into your life and it excites you and you're automatically out of the funk? Or have you ever been like so exhausted and tired that, you know, someone may walk through the door, surprise you, and you're excited now you're not tired anymore? It's all in your mind. So get your mind right first thing in the morning. What are you doing to pour into you? So that way you can stay filled up to pour out. This is a business where we're constantly pouring out. Many of you that I'm looking at right now, we're probably overworked in some areas of our lives. We are spouses. We have significant others. We have potentially children. There's a lot on our plates. So what are you doing to pour into you each and every day to make it possible for you to pour back out? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. Maybe that's getting up and reading your Bible in the morning, or praying in the morning, or listen to praise and worship music in the morning. I know for me, I put on 826 on direct TV. It's like the spirit. It's like praise and worship music while my kids are getting ready in the morning, because I just don't want the noise of a TV, but I want something that's inspiration and inspiring and lifting in some way, you know? So it helps me get my morning started right. Is it that you're combining your exercise with personal development, like a book, an audible book? What are you putting in here? Because whatever you put in here is going to manifest out here in your thoughts. I was just having this conversation with Quentin the other day on vacation. We were having coffee. I was like, are the majority of your thoughts, because it was really kind of an evaluation time for me, and I was asking him because I was evaluating myself. But I was like, are the majority of your thoughts on a daily basis, if you were to take inventory of your thoughts, are they positive or are they negative? He's like, why are you asking me that? I always ask random questions. I'm like, well, because I'm feeling like mine are more negative right now. I want to know that I'm not alone. You know, I know we all feel that way sometimes, right? And then it made me realize, what have I done to pour into me? Like, I'm pouring out, constantly pouring out. What am I doing to pour back in? So let's change that thought pattern. We have full control of that. And then ask yourself, what are your non-negotiables? Non-negotiables in this business. I know so many of us are like kind of fly by the seat of our pants, and hey, if this person signs up, great. And oh, if I follow up today, fine. And it's like a diet program of, Amy and I were just talking about this on the phone too. About, hey, well, you know, I already had one piece of pizza when I eat the whole pizza. All right. I just had 2 cookies. Well, why not just have 2 more? It's, you know, it's the same thing in our business. We end up sabotaging ourselves. So we're like, well, we didn't do any follow-up today, and it's Wednesday. So I'm just going to take the rest of the week off, and I'm going to start on Monday, because I'm going to be more organized, and I'm going to get this cute little folder with my hundreds list looking really cute. And I'm just going to start there, because then I can stay organized. Stop buying into your old lies. That's lies, lies, lies. Because you know what's going to happen Monday is you haven't gone to Target yet and got your cute little organizer yet. You're going to go shopping that day. And then Tuesday's going to come around and your kid's going to be sick, or you're going to be sick. And then Wednesdays comes all over again. You're like, I'll just start next Monday. You are constantly sabotaging your own success by not just doing it. So the best way to do something is just to do it. I know that sounds really simple, but it's so true. It's so true. Just do it. You think about it, just do it. We were at a marriage conference last February, Quentin and I, and the pastor was talking, Craig Rochelle, I think is what it was, who it was. And he was talking about how when a good thought comes to your mind about your spouse, or a good thought comes to you about a friend, act on it immediately. Say it. Don't just think it, because nobody can read your brain. Say it. And when you start training your brain that way, then you start giving people words of affirmation all of the time. And your life becomes this constant affirmation of what you give is what you get back, right? So it's like staying obedient to, like, oh, you have a thought, process that thought right back out. If I think someone's shirt's cute, I'm going to say, your shirt's really cute, right? Not just thinking that, and giving that back to somebody. So what are your non-negotiables every day? Do you wake up with a plan? Or do you wake up a little overwhelmed? Because there are some mornings that I do, you know, but what we got to do is we got to start taking the reins on our business here. If you want to make money, and I know there are many of you that have reached out to me as saying, I am a runner. And I want you to know, hear me on this, each and every one of you. I want to run with you. And I know there are messages out there that you're waiting for me to respond back to you. my inbox is crazy flooded with excitement right now, which I am really excited about, but don't lose your steam because I haven't gotten right back to you. I want you to empower yourself, come up with a plan. I'm going to stand beside you on that plan. I'm going to lock arms with you on that plan. I want to help push you, but I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. I want you to come up with a plan that I'm going to help to master plan that, because I know exactly what it takes to go straight to the top, and I can help you to accomplish whatever goal that you're looking to make. But we have to come up with some non-negotiables first. And then I want you to cast a vision. Cast a vision of where you're going. You may not feel like you have accomplished anything, because there's quite a few that I talked to. I've only made this. I'm like, girl, my first check was like $14. $14. What if I would have given up? In fact, let me just take it this way. If I had given up, none of you would be on this Zoom tonight. None of you would have changed your life. And even the small, even if you're like, well, I haven't changed my life very much. Think about like your biggest win. Would have never happened if I wouldn't have pushed past that $14 paycheck. Was I happy about the $14 paycheck? No. I thought it was kind of laughable, to be honest. But I thought, golly, what if I just did a little bit more? I made some really good cash that month. So why don't I just start asking people to become a customer? Because that's residual income. I don't have to work hard like this each and every month. I want this business to start working for me. Maybe the steps to success, like my sponsor told me, are actually the way to success. Maybe that's it. And as I started to do that, my paycheck started to double, quadruple. It really did. If I just went back to the basics of working the steps to success. So let's start celebrating the small wins. Are so important. Cast a vision for yourself. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Tara, I see you on here. I think Amy's on here. I don't know who else is on here that would have been at the leadership retreat that I did last year. But remember when I had that vision, I had you all put those cute little sleep things over your eyes, a sleep mask. And I read to you guys, and I said, okay, I want you to take 10 deep breaths, and I want you to look at the year of 2023. What does your life look like? It was quiet. What does your life look like? What do you look in the mirror? What do you look like? Do you have your first gray hair? Do you have 10 more gray hairs? Are you happy with what you look like? What kind of car are you driving? Do you have kids now? What about your pets? Are they still with you? What about your parents? What about the handbag that you're carrying? I mean, I took it from deep level to surface level, right? What about your marriage? How is it looking? I can tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Evan's on. 2023, I'll have my first high school graduate. Do you realize I started this business when right before he had turned 6, he was 5. Life will pass by very quickly. It does. It's like a vapor. In the Bible, it says it's a vapor. It's what you do with it here in this moment. This business is an amazing opportunity to be able to crush so many dreams and help so many people live a life of abundance in so many areas. And I'm not just talking about financially. Yes, this business can give you finances and hope for breaking free of those chains from the debt that you may have. But it's so much more than just that, you guys. It's so much more. So I want you to think about what your life looks like in 5 years. Are you happy with that? And what are you doing today to create that life to look like? Because your thought patterns now become your future. You know, when I asked Quentin that question last week on vacation, sitting on the patio drinking coffee, do you have more negative thoughts than you have positive? I didn't ask that for him. I really asked it for me because I felt like I was having some negative thoughts I shouldn't be having. They were not validated. You know what I mean? Just because a thought goes in your mind doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't mean it's validated. It's just a thought. Get rid of it. So if you don't like it, get rid of it. Heather Carey said that before. If you're having a bad day, change your day. Guess what? You have the ability to be able to do that. You really do. So cast your vision. Know where you're headed. Know where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, you're going to have a hard time taking coaching from anybody. because you don't have an idea of where you're going, and get real with what that looks like for you. No win is ever too small. Think about that. Let's start celebrating these wins on our page and doing that to each other. Evan, I know, just posted about his girl, and I can't think of her name right now. Evan, if you want to type it in, about being almost 400. She's like 21 BV away from 400. That is a huge win in my mind. And so many of you think, oh, that's just small. No, that's huge. Do you realize that's really the first promotion for anyone, is that 400 qualified leg? And if we teach that power of duplication with those 400 legs and teach the importance of that, you know what? You're going to automatically promote. And you're going to teach your team to do that, and they're going to automatically promote. And when conference rolls out and they come up with some amazing promotions, you're going to be rock and roll. You're going to be ready for those promotions to hit, and how exciting that and life-changing that's going to be. So let's really celebrate those wins on the page and really shout some people out and really edify one another. I think it's amazing when we can look at each other and celebrate each other's wins, not just our own, but celebrate each other's wins. I'm reading off my list right now because I got off track. Honestly, how serious are you about being successful in this business? If you're a walker, that's all right. Just own it. If you're a runner, it is time to lace up your shoes and get to work. It is time to stop buying into your excuses that my sponsor quit, my upline quit, or they're not active anymore. My whole downline just up and quit. Let me get real with you. I've been in for 7.5 years. I've had legs completely destroyed. I've had legs that people have came and stolen from me to go to other companies. That could have knocked me out. I could have left. I'm not going anywhere. I love It Works. I love what it's done for my family. I love the opportunity it's given to so many of you. We have over 400 people in our downline that make over, well, 6 figures or over each and every year. Do you hear that? We have changed so many lives. Not me. It Works has changed so many lives. You have changed so many lives, whether you feel like it or not. You're changing lives because you're committed. You're showing up every day. People are watching you. Like MJ said, people are watching you. Whether they say they're watching you or not, how committed and how serious are you about growing this business and staying serious about it and being successful? And let's not kid ourselves. Again, you can't make excuses and money at the same time. And don't let your excuses become the reason, the why nots of your business. So the reason why we do what we do for me was to pour back into me. You know, now I can't say that this business is depleting me. No, that's me. That's me. That's on me to pour into me. This business has given me opportunity to do so many things. It's my choice on what I decide to do with it. Don't allow your kids to become the reason why not you're doing something. I incorporated my kids in everything that I did in this business. Everything. I brought them to expos with me. I had wrap parties at home. We have so many and more amazing products to do keto sampling parties. Do it with your kids. If your kids don't know how to blitz somebody, time to show them how, because they are going to be your biggest advocate. They're going to be the one that holds you responsible when you go through, as I'm sitting here at McDonald's drive-thru and you don't blitz somebody. They're going to be like, Mom, you didn't give that person that card. Like, you're right, I didn't. They're going to hold you accountable. Accountability is something we all need. And maybe that's to your children. They're holding you accountable because they know that what you have your hands on is more important than you realize what you have your hands on. Honest. Like, my kid came home from school today when my 10-year-old said, how many people did you get started today, Mom? I'm like, what made you ask that? He's like, I don't know. I just knew you were running a big promotion and I knew you were excited about that. I was like, you're awesome, buddy. Thanks for always being my cheerleader. You know, whether I sign somebody or not is not the idea. It's not that's not the whole principle to this. The idea is I've got my kids rooting me on because this is a family business. It really is a family business. Okay, so let's be realistic. Don't go so sky high that you overwhelm yourself. We got to celebrate the small wins along the way to those big wins. It's a whole building block of processes. I didn't get into this business to say, I'm going to be top 10. I'm going to be top 5. I'm going to be ambassador diamond. I'm making millions of dollars of this business. No, I didn't have that vision then. But the light bulb moment happened for me when I set a goal of $200 and I crushed that in 10 days. And I thought, oh, I wonder if. I could still make that money to get my nails done, but now I could also pay for a date night for my husband and I, because I so desperately needed to have my husband back in my life. And I know many of you are there right now. He worked all the time. I was parenting alone. And that sounds disrespectful to say to and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but my husband worked all the time. He was the provider, the sole provider of our family. He worked 65 hours a week. He worked on commission. If he wasn't active in the community, he wasn't getting leads. He was a banker. He did mortgages. So if he didn't connect and network, then he did not get sales. We did not have income. So he worked a lot, whether he felt like it or not. I saw this man go to work, whether he felt like it or not. And when this light bulb moment for me happened in this business, I thought to myself, I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to do it for him, whether he sees that vision or not. And I'm going to do this to bring a better future for us. I didn't understand what that looked like. I just knew that I didn't want him to struggle or feel like he couldn't take a day off, or struggle because he couldn't get that next sale. I wanted us to be able to supplement so I could show him that this could be something that could really affect our family. So I started looking at that, and I said, that light bulb moment, I wonder if it wasn't just nail money. I wonder if it was a date night. I wonder if I could pay for my husband's truck payment each and every month. It was like $374. So that became a goal on top of my already goals that I wanted to keep, the date night and the nail money. And then I'm like, what if I could bring him away for a weekend? I could pay for a babysitter. So these are all things like, what if? They all started stirring up in me of what ifs. And I was building blocks along the way. I was like, what if now I could figure out what Ruby was and I could make a consistent income? What if, that license to print money that everybody talks about, be going diamond, license to print money? What if I had a license to print money and I could go diamond? What if? And then I thought, these what-offs and these dreams are amazing, but if I don't put the grit behind it, it ain't going to happen. We actually had to put customers and distributors in. So how do I do that? I'm going to say distributor focused. I'm going to teach these distributors to get their customers, their own customers, because they have a network that I don't even know. They're going to get me in front of another network. So if this distributor decides not to do this later, they've got customers now that are falling in love with their products that I'm going to be in contact with that may be my new distributors. There's a whole new other level of network there that we're not tapping into, that we potentially could tap into. So we've got to make sure that we are being realistic with our goals, that we're not going so sky high, we're overwhelming ourselves and we're never getting started. Like the analogy that I just gave about the cute little planner, or heck, I just ate one piece of pizza, might as well eat the whole pizza. And then we sabotage ourselves from the very beginning and we never get started. So here's what I want you to do. This is my call to action at the end. Here's my call to action. I want to give this call to action. I want to go through this really quick. And I did post this on the page, but I just want to go through it really quick because it's the power of 5. And then I'll give you my call to action and we'll jump off here. So the power of 5. Have you all heard of this? I know Tara's probably heard of this, and Amy's probably heard it, and Katie and Brittany. Okay, some of you are like, yes, yes, yes. So the power of 5 is so incredibly powerful. Okay, it's a tribe, Tribe, tribe. My tribe, my power of 5. Stop getting overwhelmed with trying to mass recruit. Just go get a handful of people. Teach them to run an auto ship. Remember the steps to success that I talked about? They don't have to be a mass recruiter. They just have to run an auto ship. Make sure they fall in love with the products. They fall in love with the products and they're using their auto ship. Everything else will fall into place. I promise you. Help them fall in love with our products. Make them run an auto ship of ADBV. And I'm going to read this and I'll post this. I did post a little image of the power of 5 and how that layers up to be. But I'm just going to read this to you. Power of 5, and if you love numbers, you're going to love this. And if you don't love numbers, it may overwhelm you a minute, but you're going to love it too, I promise you. Power of a perfect ADBV auto ship. The power of 5. And this particular pay that I'm going to talk about is just accounting for 5 distributors who get 5 distributors. So that power of duplication, the power of 5, go getting 5 through 7 layers deep. Okay, think about this. You got 5 people running an ADBV auto ship at 15%, which is our commissions on our top line. Number 1, you're going to get $60. But that's going to compound when you put in the power of duplication there, power of 5. So the next level, you're going to go with that 5 is going to compound. Each one of those 5 are going to find another 5. That's 25. Do you realize that I'm not that quick at math, but there's 36 people on here? What if each and every one of us just went and got 1? Our team just more than doubled itself. What if we got 5? That's over 150 brand new people. Okay, so 25, stick with me here. Level 2, you teach those 5 to go get 5, and they're running an auto shipment. These are just distributors, no customers. Okay, this is just worst case scenario. 5 distributors are gonna go 5. You're gonna teach them the power of duplication to have success. They're gonna run their 80 BB auto ship. You're gonna pay 10% on that level, and you're gonna get $200. When that compounds for the first level and the second level combined, that's $260. Just if your distributors are running auto ships. That's it. Level 3, you're going to teach those 5, those 25 to do the very same thing. That's 125 at 80 BB auto ship at 5% is $500 now. Just in commissions, residual, no bonuses, no fast starts, none of the other beautiful stuff that this business pays out, no sample cash. We're just talking about distributors that don't even have customers. They're just running auto ship. You're making $500 on level 3. And when you compound 1, 2, and 3, you're making $760 just in residual by people running their auto ship. Let's go to level number 4. That now compounds to 625 people because you've taught that power of duplication at 80 BB at 5% on that level that you're paid at level 4, $2,500 just on that level alone from people running their auto ship. And when you compound that for all levels, it's 3,260. Let's go to level number 5. That's 3,125 brand new distributors. They're all running an 80 BB auto ship at 5%. That's what you're getting paid on that level. That's 12,500 just for that one level. When you compound all those levels together, it's $15,760 cash. That's one paycheck. That's residual. That's like a presidential paycheck with having no customers when people are just staying committed to running their auto ship. Let's look at level number 6. That's 15,625 distributors in your organization. Remember, you only brought in 5. Times 80 BV auto ship. You're making 2% on that 6th level. That's $25,000 just for 2% of that income. $25,000 for level 6. Do you see how this is working here? We're going to compound all those levels together. You're going to make $40,760. That's more than the ambassador average. Do you realize that you don't even have to have customers at this point? I mean, ideally, yes, right? But you don't have to have customers at this point to make ambassador level income. If you just have a team that's committed to running their shipments and loving their products and becoming passionate about that. Okay, let's take it to level number 7. You have 78,125 distributors at 80 BB auto shipment. 2% you earn on that level. You're making $125,000. And compounded, you're making black diamond income with no customers, you guys. You're making black diamond income $165,760 just on people that are committed to these products and using these products each and every month and running their auto ship. This is a perfect mathematical scenario of distributors putting in 5 with distributors running their auto ship. But this is also with 0 customers. That's a pretty darn great worst case scenario, if that makes sense. So what if, ladies and gentlemen, auto ship was just a law and everybody ran their auto shipment? Wouldn't that make everything just magical? Because if it doesn't start there, if we can't get that right on the steps of success, that's step number 1. If we can't get that right, nothing else is going to fall into place. There's no way I'm going to be able to sign customers because we're not an inventory company. We only have products if we're ordering them ourselves and using them ourselves or putting them on other people. We're not going to be able to sign customers or add to our team if we're not using our products. We need to fall in love with our products. I mean, who wants that kind of income? That's Joel Stuffy Dunn income without being an ambassador. Think about that. I know I posted this. I'll post the verbiage, the mathematical verbiage underneath that post that I made last night. And I'm telling you guys, That blew my mind. I am not a mathematical genius, but I'm telling you what, if that is the worst possible scenario, like if I just get distributors, because I know people are like, well, if I just get distributors, then I'm not getting fast starts. Okay, well, okay, that's a beautiful part of our compensation plan is running after those fast starts. That's guaranteed pay. But what if they just all ran their dang auto ship? That's some amazing income. So let's start with ourselves. Our responsibility. Are we running our shipments each and every month? Are we lying to ourselves and telling us we can't afford it? I can teach you how to run your auto ship for free every month. And if you're wondering how in the world do I do that, reach out to me. I have a way. I can show you. I couldn't put a dime into this business when I was first started. I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't make money. I worked my business smart so I could pour back into my business to make more money. It was a compound effect from the very beginning before I even understood what the compound effect was. I poured into my business what was coming out. As I poured in, it doubled, tripled, and quadrupled my paycheck, and I can help you to do the very same thing. Your call to action, then we're going to shut this off here. Call to action is this. I do not want you to go to bed tonight. I do want you to go to bed tonight because sleep is important. But I do not want you to go to bed tonight until you come up with a plan of action. What's your plan of action? It is time to stop playing small. It's time to stop buying into your own dang excuses about why you can or cannot do this, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not skinny enough, or your network's not good enough, or my upline quit, or I don't have a downline. Okay, we've all been there. We've all had the same song and dance. I don't buy into the lie that you're brand new and you don't know everything there is to know. God, if I could go back 7.5 years, I would do it in a heartbeat. 7.5 years ago, ignorance is bliss. I was on fire. Nobody could stifle that. So let's find the excitement within ourselves, empower ourselves to go out and be the flame that we need to be. But in order to keep that flame alive, you've got to stay close to the fire. And that fire right now is Rockstars. That fire right now is this team. And we need you more than ever. So if you're excited, we need to hear those small wins. Those small wins essentially are those big wins. And you could be someone's inspiration for that day to even have a bigger win that we could celebrate together, okay? Just because somebody else is winning doesn't mean that you can't win too. Just because somebody else's success is showing doesn't mean that you can't be successful too. We can all be successful. There's so much more room at the top than we think. Just because someone else is successful doesn't take away from you. So I do not want you to go to bed tonight without a call to action. That call to action is this. You need to come up with a plan. What's your plan? What's your plan? Stop floating around and thinking a plan's going to come to you because it's just not. It's not. If we don't come up with a disciplined action, it's not going to happen. You're not going to lose that weight that you're looking to lose. You're not going to make that paycheck that you're looking to make unless you have a plan that you are disciplined and you're ready to work each and every day. Okay? Find some accountability in that. I want you to post it on our page. Be a leader. Stand out and say, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I would love accountability. But whether I get accountability or not, I'm putting it out there for my own accountability. I'm not looking for anybody to follow up with me. I'm looking for accountability for myself that Lori said she's going to do this on this day, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to crush it. I want you to help cheer me along. I don't want you to do it for me. I want you to cheer me along. And you know what? The more we have of that together, the more powerful we're going to be together. Okay? So thank you so much for spending your night with me here at the McDonald's parking lot with one earring. I have a 20-minute break here to go get my daughter from rehearsal and then go grab my son from basketball tryouts. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I think each and every one of you bring a totally different package and talent to the table here. And I don't want you to start comparing yourselves to other people. Everybody's different. That's okay. That's what makes us all beautiful together. So work within your strengths. Don't worry about all your weaknesses. You know what? Those weaknesses will take care of themselves if you just work within your strengths. Show up. Be disciplined every day. Have a plan of action. I want to hear it. If you want to private message me, you can private message me. You want to put it on the page, let's rock it out together. I'm so incredibly excited about what this next month is going to hold. And more importantly, when conference comes, how all this is just going to blow up. I'm so incredibly excited. Lori Quinton goals. Christina, good to hear from you. Good to see you guys. I'm going to look through the chat here. I'm going to stop the recording now. I appreciate y'all.